How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Glad to be here today, Rob. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh man, thank you so much for being a guest on my show. I appreciate that very, very much. I've been anticipating this interview. How I met Barnabas was through school, and we'll talk more about that toward the end of the video. But Barnabas, the suspense is here. I want people to know more about you. So tell us a little about yourself.
Yeah, so I started out in media in my church, actually, filming the church services. And then as a result of that, someone told me about a uni degree to do media. So I went to the local university after going to a college first, because I left school at 16. So I had to go do like a college course. Then I went to the uni and studied directing screen fiction and learned how to make films and things like that, and got into media. Then after that, I worked in editing the news and sports for British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, Lufthansa, like for the airlines, delivering the news and sports to the airlines, which was quite fun. I liked it. It was like night shift work, and yeah, part editing, capturing the news, and part doing the delivering as well, because we were in between the two main airports in the UK, Heathrow and Gatwick Airport. So we had to deliver like the VHSs, the DVDs, the USBs. Those were what the content went on, and deliver those to the airport so they could be loaded onto the planes at like, say, around 5 a.m. in the morning before the first flights take off. Something like that, between maybe 4:30 a.m. I think it was. And yeah, I did that for a long time, as well as doing a lot of YouTube content on the side with my Barnabas Lawson YouTube channel. Tried lots of things, documentaries, product reviews, vlogs, every kind of type of content that looked like it did well on YouTube. I had to go at it, and it was good fun. Music videos, everything. And then October 24, skipping a long way ahead, because that was all back in like 2011 when I did the media degree and stuff, and then got into doing the sorry, door open there. And got into doing the news and sports for British Airways and Virgin Atlantic. But then skipping ahead to like 2024, I got made redundant from a job I had, and I've been made redundant a couple of times in my career for different reasons, and was like, okay, what can I do? I want to work in YouTube. I want to take this YouTube thing like seriously. I love YouTube. So I was like, I'm going to start another channel, because I had a channel already that had 3,000 plus subscribers, Barnabas Lawson, with a mix of content. But from all the stuff I've been learning about YouTube is, when you have a YouTube channel, it has to be like one topic, or, around the same type of content that drew the viewer in. You have to keep giving them content around that topic, because that's what people keep coming back for. So if you look at people like MKBHD, or I think that's how you say his channel, where he does tech reviews, people going back to his channel because they enjoy his tech reviews. If you watch like Sean Canal's channels, you keep going back to him because you love the way that he teaches about how to grow on YouTube through search and through, using affiliate links and things like that.
It's kind of like the Food Network on TV. You don't go to the Food Network to watch football or anything. You know what I mean? You go to learn how to do your cooking stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So my other channel was just a complete like pick and mix of everything. You never knew what you're going to get. And most of the viewers had come through like one video. The main video on my channel that got the most views was like my final video from uni, which had like 1.6 million views now. And that brought in like half the subscribers to the channel came through that thing. So when most of my videos were not short films, they were completely random other things, most of them never came back to the channel again. So yeah, I was like, what can I do? What can I have a channel about? Because I like the idea of doing YouTube full time. What can I do a channel about that I could keep doing for a long time, keep making videos about every week and be passionate about? I was like, okay, I studied media and film at university, and I'm really enjoying all this AI stuff. So let me make a channel about how to make videos using AI. And that was October 24, and the quality was not that great. So that's where I began.
So you're a family man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So actually I got married in 2008, just before I went to university, because I went to university when I was 27, so late, because like I said, I left school at 16, but then through my involvement in the church, my life turned around and ended up going to university as a result of working in the media team at my church was suggested to me. And yeah.
God has a plan for everybody. And, I talk a lot about the 7 mountains of influence, and entertainment is one of them. And when it comes to what God has created us all to do, we all have this innate ability, and we have the calling, we have the anointing, we have just those things really just going right. For example, government, I have no idea how people can make it through that. Like, that to me is torture. There's no pictures involved. You know what I mean? So I just don't get it, where like some people, that's their whole life is that type of thing, right? And so it's really important for people to recognize that as soon as they can, so they can really like flourish in that area of their life. It sounds like both you and I have done that. And so let's go to AI for a second, because sometimes it can be kind of a trippy topic, right? I'm kind of amazed just how people really get, if they're opposed to it, how they're kind of like really like angry toward it. And my thought is, this is something that will change the world forever in ways we can't even imagine. I don't want to operate in the spirit of fear, because we know who the spirit of fear comes from. And I'm pretty sure God's seen this coming since before the foundations of the earth. And so when we think about this, it's either A, we could run and we could be completely left behind. That's your true Left Behind movie, right? Or we can not allow evil to have all the rights and power in AI, whatever it may, however you want to phrase it. So we can jump on that, steward it, and be part of we can be the good, the light, as he is the light. He's the life in us. What does it say? Is John 1:4, the life of God was in the light of men. And so when it comes to us taking the mantle on that, AI is just a tool. It's not the Holy Spirit. And so when we can really focus on, all right, Lord, we have that in check. Now, what do you want me to create? Because my experience as a 3D animator was, if you're looking for a different job, you have to hit certain criteria. You had so many gatekeepers, and your level of talent, how long have you been working, what have you worked on, all the things. And so with AI now, I don't have to have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to create the content that I want to create. Like, my book here, Nano Banana came out. I was finally able to get my pages like I wanted them. And so, people could say, well, you're taking jobs from other people. Well, first, I didn't have the money to pay anybody, so I really didn't take jobs from anybody. I created something that I normally wouldn't have had the ability to do if I didn't have AI.
True,
so we come from the artists, the cinematography, all of it combined. Now we become completely 100% the director. But because we're the human in the loop, we can direct AI to make it fit the human emotions, the human psychology, all the things that people look for entertainment for. And so when we can really dive into the aspect of that and into entertaining people, but just at a whole different level, and we don't have to like worry about shopping our movies or films or content to a movie theater. Why? Because nobody goes to movie theaters much anymore. I like going to a movie theater, but unfortunately Hollywood's putting out a bunch of junk that I just have no desire to watch. And so when it comes to what you're saying, there is a jump, and I'm glad you got on board. And it's not easy. It's not like I don't like the fact that people might be losing their job. But then you have to rethink it and think, okay, how can I use this to benefit what I'm doing? What are people wanting to see that I can create to entertain them, to show them, to bless them? What are your thoughts on those topics?
Yeah, you said a few things. Yeah, I think that people lose jobs anyway, regardless of AI. Obviously, AI is going to cause job loss, but I also was made redundant many times, and none of them because of AI. And so every time I was made redundant, I had to do something else. And I think like what helped me was between the age of 16 and 27, I had so many different jobs. I was not like a one job person. I did so many different types of jobs, physical jobs, like working in restaurants, and like admin jobs, working in offices, like all sorts of different types.
Brutal.
Yeah, I've done like a lot of different types of jobs. I can't remember all of them, but like, yeah, driving jobs, driving up and down the country for a couple of years, all sorts of things. But I think like, you know, people have to adapt. You mentioned your friend before the call that he was a stuntman in Hollywood and now he's thinking about making an AI movie, but like maybe being a physical person like he is as well, maybe he wants to, like, I'm not saying he wants to, but for instance, maybe he was like, oh, I love all the just going out in nature and walking in mountains. Maybe he could start like a community around people going out walking in mountains, take them on guided walks and tours. Like it's a chance to do something different. Like it's a big shakeup happening, and AI is a chance to do something different. And you can choose to embrace it or not embrace it. And even if you don't embrace it, there will still be opportunities. But like I think there's a lot of opportunities if you do embrace it. And yeah, in terms of like fear and stuff about the future, like I don't know what the future will be, but I know that God knows the future. But like I know that right now there's so many opportunities, and so you can only like act on what's available right now. So that's, I'm just taking advantage of it right now, and maybe in the future I won't be involved with AI. Maybe I will be, but for now I'm very involved, and I'm finding loads of opportunity through being involved with AI. And the main reason, like I said, is because it was something that really interested me. I've always been interested in future technology and things like that. And I like what you said there about like how, yeah, some people say that AI is taking the jobs from people who might have made the books and things, like the one you mentioned that you made a book. But yeah, you wouldn't have paid someone to make a book probably because maybe you didn't have the budget to. But now with the tools, you're able to make your own book that you wouldn't have been able to make before. So actually, it's creating opportunities for you, for people. So anyone can do this now, create their own books, like children's books or children's stories, children's animations, or any kind of like content that you want AI to help you to make. So yeah, and like when I was at uni, we learned all about vertical integration of the, you know, film industry, how it was controlled all the way through from the top. And I don't remember, don't ask me too much details, but I used to write like essays on all of this. But now it's like that whole system is being completely shaken up. And now the doors are being opened for people who, as individuals and as small groups, to create content that could be seen by people around the world, like YouTube did. Now AI is doing for film and for so many other areas, animation. Like I've made animations for quite a few different companies and people, and I've never learned to do animation in my life. I used AI to help me create the animations. So, yeah, it's awesome that you can create those things. And I can imagine how people who've studied that, like you, that could be frustrating. Like maybe you could see it from the other side where it could be, I'm not saying it is for you, but it could be frustrating that, oh, look, someone's just come in here, they, in a few seconds, no skills, and they're able to create this. And I spent years learning this. So that can be a bit annoying, but
see, here's the thing though, Barnabas.
yeah,
That person could take that knowledge that you wouldn't have and apply it in ways that you wouldn't even think of because you wouldn't even know how, and make something through AI that would just blow everybody's socks off, right?
Yeah.
And that's where people need to really focus on a different way of thinking about this, instead of like, well, this guy came over here and all of a sudden his stuff looks like it came from Disney. But at the same time, there's a lot of people that putting stuff out there that at first you're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But it's complete, as you say, in across the pond over there, rubbish, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's not even like entertaining. Like I have to stop watching it because it's so terrible. But also we're in a place where that stuff costs a lot of tokens, a lot of money. So sometimes some of your scenes, you have to kind of let it slide a little bit. Normally you wouldn't, but you don't want to spend another, however much money to recreate that scene to get it perfect. But Yeah, I think overall, like your point is, like in animation, like what I love that I can do now is I can take from my imagination and create something with nobody's permission, nobody's approval, nothing. It's like if I want to create it, I'm going to create that. I just need to learn how with the right tools. That's another thing. I mean, almost like a new tool comes out every 5 minutes. And so you can go on all these rabbit trails of like, ooh, try this new AI thing, whatever. My suggestion is spend the time. Like if something appeals to you, look into it and like look into it. Don't just start subscribing and all of a sudden it's terrible and you wasted your money. As a matter of fact, I first seen Barnabas on a Dzine, like a tutorial video from Dzine. I was like, man, this guy teaches pretty good. Teaches pretty good, buddy. And so then he mentioned his school, and I was like, ooh, I got to look that up because I also have a school. And so it was neat to connect with you on there. And I think another thing this does, Barnabas, is when you have people that have been on a certain journey, you can now connect with people. For example, you're way over there in England. I'm in Texas. There's some miles in between us. But we can come together on platforms like school, to watch things like on YouTube, to learn things, to implement with what you want to do in your projects.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You don't have to ask permission anymore. Now there's definitely some copyright things you have to be careful of. Which is frustrating because we're dealing with an archaic system in a futuristic world right now that we're living out.
Yeah. So, no, it's awesome the opportunity that school gives, and just having calls like this to be able to connect with like people around the world. So, like I said, the first way I came into this is because I wanted to do YouTube and do it full time. So, October 24, I started a YouTube channel full time about AI video, how to create AI videos using those tools. And then sometime in January 2025, I came across school, and I was on Facebook, but I'm not on Facebook a lot, but I'm very occasionally. And advert came up, and for Alex Emozi and the school games and stuff. And I'd seen these adverts a few times, and everyone was saying, oh, I've made this much money. And I thought, okay, because I'm looking for a way to make money with my YouTube channel. And so I was like, check it out. And as soon as I got on the platform, I went through like this quick course that Alex Emozi had at the time for the school games. And it was like 5-10 minute videos. And they were like very much action orientated. Do this action, do this action, do this action. Like get 3 people in.
That guy doesn't mess around.
Yeah, it was awesome. And so I did all those things straight away. And I was literally like absorbed into the platform from day one. I loved it. I don't know if I was even on a call day 1 or day 2. And there was Alex Emozi and Andrew Kirby together on the call. And
gold right there.
Alex Emozi, for some reason, at some point in the call, I don't know if it was early on or whatever, he said he likes to call out unusual names, and he spied my name and he called out my name, and I was like, oh, hey. So after the call, I made a post in Schoolers community, which is the main community for the school owners, and said, hey, my name was like in the win. There was a wins category back then. There's not anymore. There used to be a wins category, and I posted that, my name got called out by Alex Emozi. That was an awesome win. So many people commented and liked. And so that really like jump-started my journey into school. And early on, I connected with so many different people, got into the synthesizer group and all those communities, and soon learned that I loved school, not for the reason that I came originally, which obviously it is awesome for that, for making money, but for connecting with people that you would never connect with anywhere else. So I ended up making connections with so many people and joining lots of different communities. And it's just opened up opportunities. And one of the opportunities that opened up that I had no idea this would do is when I first started my school community in January 2025, and maybe only had 30 people in, a few weeks in. By the way, I was surprised that I even managed to get like 3 people. I like texted everyone, managed to get like maybe 5-7 people quite quickly. And I was like, woohoo, right, all friends, and stuff. And then within a short period, I had about 30 people. And then I was on LinkedIn, and I've been seeing people talking about AI, And I'd be like, wow, this is amazing. I love like commenting on their posts and stuff. And they'd be like, I've got a community with people who love AI. Would you come and like talk to us and share, you know, about this video that you're making, or about whatever this was that I was interested in that they were sharing? And so many incredible people, like CEOs of companies, like the keynote speaker for the World Economic Forum. All of these people came and spoke to our community when we had less than 100 people in the community. We got so many incredible guests like that came in on our community. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this is awesome. I love school.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so you can tell people, hey, I'm Hermosi and I are besties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not quite, but he's mentioned my name.
Well, yeah, you can do a video of you guys hanging out, literally.
But yeah, and then hopefully I'll get to talk to, obviously, I've spoke to like Andrew Kirby in the DMs and stuff quite a lot. But and yeah.
And that guy's a fascinating young man. I like am so impressed with that dude. You know what I mean? Then I love the school news weekly that they have, and him and Sam are just two characters that are just, they make it so much fun. And the thing I also love about school is, by the way, we're not getting sponsored by school and or design, but we both appreciate very much what we get from that. So anyways, they constantly want to improve.
Yeah.
And I love how like so many people jump on board and helping you. If you have a question, you got so many people that want to reply to you, not just, oh, can you go somewhere else? I mean, it's literally an amazing atmosphere when you go on school. I love jumping around different communities. So you said you started yours in 2025, January
25. And like, because they've gamified it, I think that's like what you said there about people being engaged. The way they've gamified it with the leaderboards and the points and all these things, that's obviously, it's, you know, it takes people already being engaged and good people in there. But yeah, they've done it in a way that encourages people to engage. So yeah, it's really good. And yeah, now like, well, they bring me more traffic. Like, I love YouTube, and YouTube's the main reason I wanted to do this. But like, my YouTube channel is growing and it's really exciting. But most of my traffic now, about 55% of my traffic to my community, new people that join, comes from school generally. So it's incredible. School just brings you members. And I think most of the people that have signed up to my cohorts and stuff, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them have come from school, not even from my YouTube channel. But I did have someone sign up from a YouTube channel the other day, which was incredible. So,
really, man, congratulations. That's really neat.
Yeah,
I'm excited for my stuff to take off when it comes to that thing, because it's challenging to grow social media, school, but there's a science to it as well. There's a rhythm, a method, and so learning all of that stuff just doesn't happen overnight. For at least for me, anyways. Tell us a little bit about your school.
Yeah, so my school community basically is a place where people who are interested in learning how to use the AI tools to create videos, whether that's short films or adverts. I prefer like short films and stuff, but we do adverts as well. People can learn that from beginner to being competent. And so we have like 2,200 plus people in the main free community now. And that's the community where all of the incredible guests have come, and we still have guests now and again. Like, we had a guest the other day who was one of the co-founders of a company, an AI company. And then before that, we had another guest who is a big YouTuber, fairly good size, 30K plus subscribers, sharing tactics on how to grow on YouTube and how to do well on YouTube and stuff. So yeah, it's a really cool community. People post all their videos. They post how they do their videos. And, we have a weekly meeting where we look at different topics to do with creating AI videos and different tools. And that meeting is quite good. We have a regular group of people of at least about 9+ people every week on those calls, those free calls in the community. And when I first started, I wasn't sure if anyone would turn up to those calls, but now we have a good group. Actually,
one of my favorite parts of the week right there is visiting with your school life people.
Yeah.
Join. I love it. Now, unfortunately, I would join yours, but I think yours is like 4 or 5 in the morning for me.
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. UK time, which it works out good for the Australians because we have a lot of Australians. and the UK as well. And for we do have people join from the USA, but probably the guy that joins is more East Coast. So it's like 5 a.m. in the morning or something for him. Yeah, because they're 5 hours behind on the East Coast.
Yeah, man.
So that's a lot of commitment, getting joining at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's
once in a while I might be up at 5, but boy, I am toothpicks over the eyelids and not ready to receive any kind of cool stuff.
Yeah, I do have one call once a month that's later, but because it's once a month, it hasn't quite kicked off as well, that one yet. But yeah, it's really good.
Well, there's a lot of trial and errors when it comes to that, what works, what doesn't work, because each community is going to be a little bit different anyways. And so you have to kind of like make it your own in the aspect of like, well, what kind of memberships are you acquiring and things of that nature. But yeah, man.
I believe in like what Andrew Kirby and these guys teach in Synthesizer about, just giving and serving and stuff. Like all my, like I started out in media, like I said, through church, and it's all about service and giving. And so the free community is just about giving. You just give everything you would as if people were paying you lots of money. And then when you do make an offer, people, who appreciate what you've been giving them will just say yes straight away. So that's
you build trust as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And the only difference between like the free and the paid is that in the paid, there's more chance, it's more structured. There's more chance to get help because we have more calls. And yeah, so like basically I have a paid cohort that for people who want to take it seriously and learn it in a short period of time. And that goes 4 weeks now. It was 6 weeks before, but now it's 4 weeks. And basically we learn all of the different areas involved in making AI video around image, creating video lip sync, music, sound effects, editing, like everything all together in 4 weeks. And we have an assignment every week. So we have 2 like calls a week, 1 hour calls, one where I teach, and then that's like on a Monday. Then people have like Monday to Thursday to do their homework. Then by the Thursday, they bring all their work onto the call and we look at what people have done. People can ask questions. And so it goes like that for 4 weeks. And then at the end of those 4 weeks, people have the opportunity to carry on. And so I have like a premium group in there where people carry on. It's not that much for the premium group. And we have 2 calls a month for 1 hour where I help those people as well. And we have opportunities just for those people. There's people who've been through the cohort. We have like when companies come to me and want like AI videos or adverts, I usually bring it to the cohort and I say, look, here's what we need to do. And so whatever the amount is that they've paid, I split that into first, second, and third prize. And we get maybe like, 5, 7 different, versions that we can give to the company that wants the video. And they choose what they like best, 1, 2, and 3. The person they like best gets the first prize, second and third prize, obviously. And the only person who gets the first prize, maybe might have to make some tiny tweaks, adjustments that, might be needed. And yeah, that way it's more exciting doing it as a community as well in that small group than just doing it on your own, because you all feed off of each other's ideas as well.
See, if you could real quick explain to people what a cohort is, if they might not know.
Yeah, cohort is just like a small group of people working together to achieve an objective in a short period of time. So we just meet together regularly over 4 weeks to move from beginner to being competent in making AI videos. And for people so we do have some people who already have some knowledge and skills, and hopefully it helps them sharpen their knowledge and skills as well.
Wow.
Yeah, like we had, for instance, one of the people who went through it in December, he's like a Hollywood comedy director, and he's been working in Hollywood probably his whole life. He's been in lots of movies, including Space Jam and things like that, working alongside Michael Jordan and loads of famous people. And he went through the cohort because every year he makes a Christmas video for his family, and he wanted to animate his dog talking and acting in the Christmas video. So that's what we did. It mixed real life footage, like video call, and the dog. It was hilarious. And since then,
how did it turn out?
Yeah.
How did it turn out?
Oh, really good. Really, really good. Really good. And since then, he's made loads of comedy stuff. I love the fact that he's in the group because he makes all of his videos are just so funny.
That's
awesome. So yeah, when you have the skill, like everyone has access to the tools, but what you bring with you makes a difference. Like someone who has 30 years of experience, script writing, comedy has a huge advantage over anyone else, you know, because they have good ideas for stories. So
Yeah. And another thing people don't understand is a lot of people teach free. Oh, this is blah, 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 which if you have a project, there's going to require some kind of investment at some point. If you really take it seriously, you want to make it, you know, make it follow through with all of that. But, well, I think we're close to being out of time for you. Man, Barnabas, appreciate it. I've been anticipating this, and it's been a great show, in my opinion. And so I'm grateful for that you were on board, and maybe we'll do a part 2 at some point.
Thank you. Yeah,
you bet, man.
Well,
appreciate until then, guys. Oh, and I do have a school as well. Mine is, well, I guess I'll put the link in the comments, but and I'll also put your stuff in the comments as well. Go give Barnabas a look. His school, I'm learning some things just to hear him talk for the last 3 minutes, and I'm excited. But thanks for guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you, and have a great day.
Thank you.